Hello everyone, I'm Pauline Mendoza, and in this video I will be sharing to you the story behind the Battle of Bataan, the story of Bataan and Corregidor. The legacy of heroes of Bataan and Corregidor is one of courage, sacrifice, and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. The story of Bataan and Corregidor highlights the bravery of American and Filipino soldiers who fought during World War II. When Japan invaded the Philippines, it was December 1941. General Douglas MacArthur chose Bataan and Corregidor Island as his major defense position in 1941. The Japanese launched a surprise attack on the Philippines, which was then a U.S. territory. During World War II, thousands of Filipino and American soldiers were forced to endure grueling conditions and fight during the Battle of Bataan. American and Filipino soldiers were outnumbered and outgunned. The fought back fiercely, hoping to hold out until the reinforcement could arrive. During World War II, they had their first and second mainline defense. This serves as the defenders' position during the war. First mainline defense in Bataan was stretched from Uba to Abukay, 2nd Corps. The westernmost defended by the 1st Corps, while the eastern section was guarded by the 2nd Corps. The Japanese launched their attack on the east side of the Abukay line, but despite the repeated attempts, they failed to break the 41st Division commanded by General Lee. However, the 41st Division and other USSR units could not stop a Japanese break on the western side of the Abukay line, faced with the roadblock threatening to cut the USAF-15 front lines. The Bataan defenders were forced to move back. On the eastern side, the defenders withdrew salt water to their second and final defensive position. For the second mainline defense, they had to hold Orion Bagak's land at all costs. If this land were to be broken, the defense of Bataan would collapse. While the second line was still being formed, dated and became a threat to the Bataan defenders. While fighting, Japanese started to brought leaflets on everywhere about Pilipinas, so that Bataan soldier will be more threatened. But despite on being scared, they were more determined once they had discovered the story of Erlinda, a young Filipina who had been raped and killed by a Japanese. Remember, Erlinda became the cry of defiance. After Pearl Harbor, the US would force the remaining resources to help the Allies win the war in Europe first before making its move Pacific. To make matters worse, foods and medicine were in short supplies.